Hi, it's Megara, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here, and today I thought I'd do a getting to know you video because I'm pretty small, not many people know very much about me, so I thought this would be a good way to get to answer some of your questions, which I posted on Instagram, which is over this one just here. It's normally linked on in the description down below as well, and so I thought I'd answer a few of your questions. So, how did you start your YouTube channel? So I originally started a couple of years back wanting to review makeup from the UK because I was struggling to find YouTubers in the UK because I've read a lot of American ones. Then created my channel, found a lot of British ones, and it kind of went from there, and I wasn't particularly happy with that one, so I deleted it. And then in the new year I started up a new one because this one is purely dedicated to makeup. There's a few other bits on my other one. I wasn't really happy. You kind of get the idea. Yeah, so I made my channel so I could review makeup that I like and go from there pretty much. How did I get into makeup? Now, I didn't actually start really wearing makeup until I was about 18 or 19, and I wore it because I got contact lenses because I couldn't really do makeup with my glasses, they're pretty strong, and I first found concealer, I liked it because it covered up all the kind of dark circles, that kind of thing. Got foundation so I could do it all over my face. I then met people at uni who gave me more tips and kind of stuff like that. I watched a lot more YouTube. And it went from there, and as you can tell I got into quite bright makeup. What's the best thing about having a YouTube channel? I get to meet new people, kind of, because Megan Dixon, who also has a YouTube channel, we met on a Facebook page for small YouTubers. I get to review makeup, I've got an excuse to buy makeup, and I feel like I'm doing something with my weekends when I'm not at work, so it's kind of nice. And it means I can justify wearing a different foundation for a week. Why do I wear makeup? I want to be pretty. I like being able to create something that isn't just me, and that I can be bright and colourful without kind of dyeing my hair, and at the end of the day I can take it off. And then the next day I got something new, because I've got quite fine hair, as you may be able to tell by the fact that this is my entire head of hair. So I knew that dyeing it and bleaching it isn't really an option for me. And I know it's quite restrictive if I was trying to find a job, but if I do makeup then I can take it off and I don't have to wear it every day, I don't have to be bright and colourful, whereas if you dye your hair you kind of... When I had pink hair I felt like if I didn't wear makeup I kind of felt a bit odd because my hair was bright but my makeup wasn't, if that makes sense. Will your boyfriend ever appear in my videos? So I live with my boyfriend, he's currently playing Skyrim in the lounge, and he might, possibly. I'm not really pushing him to join in with this if he doesn't want to. If he wants to, then great, but unless he's... I don't want to push him into joining in with the videos unless kind of he wants to, or he comes up with an idea that he can join in with, because he comes up with quite a few ideas that I do. Did I enjoy school? No, it was the worst years of my life, honestly. I hated school, especially secondary. What is my job? I am a pharmacy dispenser, so I dispense medication for people. Did I go to university? Yes, I did. I studied genetics, and I want to go into drug trials, like developing drugs and all that kind of thing, so I'm in pharmacy, and it's kind of, I complete one step and then I can go on to another place eventually and that kind of thing. I'd love to get into drug trials, especially cancer, because I've had an interest in that for quite a while. There is a backstory, but I'm not going to get into that today. It's not me personally, it's just a friend of mine, the kind of thing. Were you popular in school? I think it's safe to say I was one of the least popular people in the entire school. Basically I am socially awkward, I have depression, anxiety, and it all stems from the fact that I've got autism. And that wasn't diagnosed until the day before I submitted my university dissertation, so I was 23. So you can imagine trying to fit in when you're autistic and you don't even realise you're autistic, but you've got an idea that you could be and that kind of thing. And yeah, I wasn't the best. I had a weird haircut. Well, my hair was very fine, I didn't really know how to look after it. I was very skinny. I didn't really have a problem with it then, but now I realise kind of how much school sucked for me when you're kind of out of it and you can look back on it and see that it's kind of a shit show. Introvert or extrovert? Introvert, 100% introverted. When did I start wearing makeup? I covered this earlier. I started wearing it when I was about 17, though I did have eyeshadow before that, but it's kind of kids makeup. For wearing full faces of makeup, first or second year, well, between 20 and 21-ish, maybe 22. What is my all-time favourite makeup brand? I don't actually know. For brushes, it's definitely Spectrum. I love the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow and the eyeshadow palettes. Some Revolution stuff, I'm kind of iffy on them sometimes. If you could produce any makeup product, what would it be? Eyeshadow. I mean, I kind of love doing bright eyeshadow, and people at work are always, there's a few people at work who compliment my eyeshadow quite a lot, so I'm kind of known for doing bright eyeshadow looks, so it would definitely be an eyeshadow palette. Proudest life achievement? Getting 78 on my dissertation. 100%. It's the highest mark I got at uni in my 3rd year, I think. One of the highest marks I got at uni, and I worked so damn hard on that dissertation and I was so proud of it. Where do I see myself in 5 years? I don't really know. With Ross. I have a dog. Probably the dog will have its own Instagram because I will take a lot of photos of the dog. Ideally not living in a city. I do like the countryside. I was brought up in the countryside, so I would prefer to move back away from the middle of a city because it's so loud. You don't really realise how loud it is until you go back to where you grew up. If you could work with any brand on your channel, what would it be? Spectrum. The brushes and makeup was all pretty good. Anastasia Beverly Hills would be amazing. I don't really know. There are so many good brands and I haven't really tested that many kind of unique ones. Juvia's Place would be awesome. I love their eyeshadows. But yeah, not many I can think of right now. How old am I? I'm 24. I'll be 25 in September. Do you have any siblings? I have an older brother and 2 kind of step siblings. They're my stepdad's children from a previous marriage who are much older than me. It's kind of complicated. But yeah, I've got 1 biological older brother who is my full brother, not half brother. And I've got no younger siblings. How many tattoos do I have? I've got none. I am completely, yeah, no tattoos anywhere. Piercings, how many do I have? I have got my nose pierced, these ones down here, which I've got these spirally things in from Punctured. I would love to work with them actually. I would be all over that if they ever wanted to work with me for whatever reason. And I have this little guy up here, which is also from Punctured. Punctured have done all my piercings. All 3 holes in my ears. Why do you call yourself Megara T? Is it your real name? No. My real name is Megan, or Meg. I prefer to be called Meg. I strongly dislike being called Megan. T is not my surname. I have a very unusual surname. I want to keep it off the internet as much as possible. So yeah, I avoid it. I don't want to have my surname up on there. It's for privacy reasons, that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't want that out there. But no, Megara is because Ross's nieces and nephews know me, well, nieces and nephew know me as Auntie Megatron. And Megatron is cool, but it's from Family Guy, that kind of thing. And it's in Transformers, and I decided that Megara is a much cooler character from Hercules, which is also Ross's favourite Disney film, I think. So I thought Megara would be a good name to go with, and T is because it's the first letter of my surname. Can you drive? Yes and no. So because of COVID, my driving lessons were halted in March, and I haven't been able to go since, but I do have a car, and Ross can drive, so I can drive with him in the car, but I can't legally drive on my own. I'm still a learner. What 3 things would you take onto a deserted island? Good question. My camera, because there'd be so many cool things to take photos of. Probably my camelback, because water, deserted island. And my iPod, because it's got a lot of good music and it has all my Kindle, all my Audible reading books on there. Do you have any disabilities? As I've probably mentioned in a few videos, I am dyslexic. I mentioned earlier I have autism. I also have anxiety and depression, which are related to autism, and I am very short-sighted, but doesn't really count as a disability, it's more of a hindrance. What was my favourite subject at school? Applied science, because I did biology and chemistry together. It's a weird combination. But chemistry, because the teacher was amazing, especially when he was there before he was off sick. Biology, taught by a great teacher, a little bit scary, but I got on really well with them. And music to a point. Did you ever have braces? Yes, I did. These are straightened up. I had braces 10 years, I had them taken off 10 years ago in February. I had them February just gone. And they're still pretty straight. I've got one wonky tooth and these are beginning to go back into that old position, but still pretty good for 10 years. Am I related to anybody famous? Short answer no, long answer kind of. Yeah, no, not related to anybody famous, not that anybody's heard of nowadays. Who was your favourite teacher at school? That would be Mr. Dell, chemistry. Miss Watkins when she wasn't scary. And I don't really know, probably those. Mainly Mr. Dell, he is my favourite. Can I speak any other languages? I can swear in German. I know vague bits of German and French, but not fluently, not enough that I could have a conversation in them, no. Who knows you best? Ross. Definitely Ross. We've been together 5 years. He definitely knows me best. Do you like your handwriting? Sometimes. So, it depends how fast I'm writing, how much I've been writing that day, and how candid I am that day, because I used to hold my pens like this, not like this, so I had to be retaught when I was like 16, but oh well. What's my favourite thing about myself? My eye colour. It's just kind of cool. Is it gonna focus? So yeah, I've got quite a unique, colourful eye colour. Ross calls them my freckly eyes. It's hereditary. It's basically heterochromia, so yeah, unique eye colour. Do I wear contact lenses? Yes I do, because I wear glasses. They're just purely for correction rather than to change my eye colour. I've never worn coloured contacts like that. These have got a slight blue tint to them. That's just how I can see them when they're in the tub. Do you have any pets? No, I don't. I would love to get a dog so much, but I can't take it to work. I would feel bad leaving it at home all day, and we're not allowed a dog here anyway, so no. If you see dogs on Instagram, they're normally Ross's family's dogs, because there's a lot of them now. What is your natural hair colour? It is the midpoint of blonde, ginger and brunette. It's kind of dark at the moment, but yeah, this is my natural hair colour. I haven't dyed it in about 2-3 years. I think it's been about 2 years since I dyed it, so yeah, this is all my natural hair colour. It's pretty fine, yeah. And this bit is just because I'm growing it out, because I used to have kind of a side fringe type thing. Apple or Android? Android all the way, though I have got an iPod. My phone is Android. What's my star sign? Virgo, September, that kind of thing. What are my hobbies? So YouTube is a hobby, not a job. I do like doing it. I love writing. I've been writing for years, not professionally, again, just a hobby. Can I play any instruments? Yes, I had violin lessons for 10 years. I gave that up when I was 16, but I can still play fairly well. I'm a bit rusty, but I can play it. I can play piano one-handed, and given the opportunity I can play a little bit of guitar, but not. It's about as well as I can speak German. Tea or coffee? Coffee. Always coffee. I've never drunk a proper cup of tea, so interesting to try one now, but yeah, no, I'm a coffee kind of drinker. Am I ticklish? Yes, very ticklish. Ross will tell you all about it, I'm sure. Cats or dogs? Dogs. Always dogs. They're just so smooshy. How tall am I? I am 5'7" roughly, so because nerd, you kind of end up being hard on yourself. I've got pretty bad posture, and if I'm straight I'm about 5'7". If I'm not, I'm about 5'6". So yeah, I'm the borderline of tall, but I'm not tall enough to be considered tall, and I'm too tall to be considered average. So yeah, it's good fun trying to find trousers that fit me. What was the last gig you went to? I've never been to any kind of festival, gig, concert, any of that kind of thing. Crowds scare me, loud noises scare me. I'm fan of being autistic. Yeah, no, I've been to school concerts. I've heard Muse because when they're homecoming, I could hear it from my town. Me and my brother could hear it in our bedrooms, which was kind of cool. I've heard them at Reading Fest as well when I was at my cousin's house. We could hear them playing, and yeah, never been to any proper kind of gig. Other than a few kind of people I know from school doing things, and everybody just kind of gathers. So that's it. If you've got any more questions you'd like to know, let me know down in the comments. I'll see you again next week for another video. Remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, all that kind of thing. So I'll see you again next week. Bye!